Nearly everyone knows that if you move to the island of Puerto Rico, you don't pay federal income tax. But here's what most people don't know. There are so many other tax strategies you can take advantage of once you live here on the island of Puerto Rico. And get this, they work for locals too. And none of these acts actually favor mainland investors or crypto bros. Now here's how to take advantage of them. The tax system here is one of the most misunderstood in America. Many people have heard of Act 60, but they don't know what the hell they're talking about, and they've got it all wrong. It's not a loophole, and it's not a cheat code, and it's not just for outsiders. Puerto Rico has real, legitimate tax incentives for people who build things, fix things, invest in communities, and actually contribute to the island. Let's talk about what's real, what's not, and how you can use it to build wealth right now. People love to repeat this phrase. If you move to Puerto Rico, you don't have to pay taxes. Unfortunately, that's false. This is the truth. If you become a bona fide resident of the island of Puerto Rico, you don't pay taxes back in the mainland. So you avoid the IRS. That's on Puerto Rico sourced income. So that Puerto Rico sourced income, when you're a bona fide resident, doesn't pay federal tax. But it is taxed by the Puerto Rico government. And the island of Puerto Rico, they don't let anyone off the hook. They're just saying, if you're willing to live here and help the island grow, they'll treat you better than the IRS will. That's it. Nothing sneaky and nothing hidden. That's their promise. Now let's talk about Act 60, because if you qualify for Act 60, there are some special incentives that you can join when you move to the island. And Act 60 is a massive incentives package. This isn't one law for crypto bros. We're talking about it's 200 plus pages of incentives for business, housing, jobs, and development. And one section helps people who relocate to the island. And this is the one that everybody gets upset about. It's 0% taxes on capital gains for people who move to the island of Puerto Rico. They also get 0% on Puerto Rico sourced dividends. In addition to that, can also have a qualified services business that only pays 4% corporate tax. Now, let me tell you something that's important. Oftentimes, Act 60 gets a bad rap here, and I can understand why. People see outsiders coming to the island, trading crypto and paying zero tax, and assume that the entire Act 60 law was written just for the crypto bros. It couldn't be further from the truth. And here's the reality. Act 60 is mostly a set of incentives that are for local Puerto Ricans. And locals qualify for every piece of it, except for the piece that's set aside for the newcomers. And here's what locals can do, and they should be doing more of. Number one, locals are perfectly allowed to run businesses and only pay a 4% corporate tax. If you're a Puerto Rico resident and your business serves clients outside of the island, that qualifies you for a 4% corporate tax rate through the export services portion of Act 60. And on top of that, you can also get 0% on the dividends that you take from that company. Also, you'll pay reduced municipal taxes. This applies to designers, editors, marketers, consultants, coaches, and software developers, real estate service companies. This applies to basically anyone who is delivering services to people outside of the island of Puerto Rico. And a lot of locals who have these types of businesses don't realize that they qualify for it, so they're paying 20 to 33% tax on their revenue when they don't have to. All right, number two, guys. Locals can also structure real estate businesses under Act 60. Local Puerto Ricans can use Act 60 incentives for construction, design, and engineering, and even tourism support services. And this isn't theory. These businesses exist right now, and they're being run by local Puerto Ricans and owned by local Puerto Ricans and staffed by local Puerto Ricans. Hey, these businesses can qualify for 4% corporate tax, possibly 75% off of their property taxes, depending on the activity, and some municipal exemptions and even hiring exemptions. Look, don't just listen to some guy on the old YouTube. I'm not even Puerto Rican. But check it out for yourself. Verify what I'm saying. Go out there and create these businesses for yourself. And number three, locals benefit most from real estate and housing incentives. And this is the part that 99% of the people out there on social media never talk about. But we're going to learn today.
You're going to learn today. You're going to learn today.
On long-term rental income, locals, or anyone for that matter, that owns long-term rental properties, pays zero tax on long-term rental income. And guys, that's good through 2040. That's a damn long time to be earning 0% revenues on rents. Guys, there's urban center redevelopment incentives. They have abandoned property restoration credits. How come I've never gotten anything back from the government when I fix all of these abandoned properties? And there's workforce housing incentives too. And even you're able to save money on permits. And these incentives are there for the Puerto Rican families to build wealth. This isn't for outsiders. And if you, the local, uses these programs, we'd see more Puerto Rican landlords, more Puerto Rican developers, and more Puerto Ricans with ownership, and even more generational wealth staying in Puerto Rican households. I hope you heard what I just said, guys. Act 60 gets a bad rap, but it's there for the locals. It's there for you if you're watching this and you're hearing my voice. So go out there, verify what I'm saying, and take advantage of these generous incentives that the island of Puerto Rico offers and start creating generational wealth. And guys, did you know locals can also take advantage of the opportunity zones on the island, which is basically the entire island. It's like 98% of the entire island is inside of an opportunity zone. This is something that you need to act on quickly, and you take advantage of it over a long period of time, so you'll need to do some research. I've got an entire playlist on opportunity zones for the island of Puerto Rico, so like and subscribe to the channel and then go watch that playlist. And these opportunity zone investment benefits, they're not just for the big investors. The locals can invest their capital gains into these funds, and then if you hold on to them long enough, you get a step up in basis and you pay zero tax on the gain after a 10-year period of time. This is powerful, guys. One of the best ways to build generational wealth is by investing in opportunity zones. And basically, if you're a local, your entire island is that. So learn about these things and go and take advantage of them. So let me explain further what that means. When you invest in an opportunity zone, you invest today with capital gains that you got today. You defer your taxes through next year, but then you'll have to pay that original tax. And then your gain, as long as it stays in the investment for 10 years and a day, and you file all the paperwork and you do everything properly. And guys, this won't be easy. You've got to jump through the hoops and you've got to deal with the Puerto Rico government. It's going to be a pain in the ass for you, just like it was for me when I was setting it up. But once you get to 10 years and a day, all of the gain that you had inside of that opportunity zone fund, that investment that you did over a 10-year period of time, you get a step up in basis. That means that you pay zero tax on all of that gain. Here's an example. If you invested $100,000 in something today, and after 10 years it's worth $1 million, you'd have $900,000 of capital gains that you'd pay zero tax on. Again, as long as you jump through the hoops and set everything up.
You're going to want us jumping through hoops, man.
And we have a playlist on it, so go watch it. So 2 quick things. Opportunity zones are your friend. Learn about them. And number 2, Act 60 gets a bad rap because of one portion of it that's poorly written that excludes the locals. Every other piece of Act 60 is available for you, and you should learn about it, and you should take advantage of it. This is powerful stuff, and it's only in Puerto Rico that you can do these kind of things and earn massive amounts of money and pay very little tax. So don't throw the baby out with the bathwater just because a portion of the law is written poorly and excludes some of you. That doesn't mean that you don't want to take advantage of all of the other great benefits that you are included in. Now let me talk about something that's actually near and dear to my heart, the funders as a part of Act 60. So there is a liquidity problem on the island of Puerto Rico, and I'm going to show you right now how those of you that are willing to go out there and lend money to other great real estate investors and even businesses can go out and lend money and earn the interest income and pay zero tax. Here's the play. You're going to lend money to business owners, real estate investors, really whoever, but you have to do it on the island of Puerto Rico. You've got to be a bona fide resident of Puerto Rico, and you've got to set it up properly through Act 60. And if you do all of that and you have Puerto Rico sourced interest income, it can be zero taxed. Here's the really great part of this, guys. If you've got some money that you're willing to put to work and have your money out there working as hard as you do, there are way more opportunities on the island than there is capital for them. Puerto Rico has a liquidity problem because the banks basically suck here. They don't really want to lend money, so the private people that are willing to do it are filling a void, solving a problem, earning high double-digit returns backed by real estate. First money in, first money out. Basically, guys, you write a check, you expect to get a bigger check back. Along the way, you earn interest income, and you pay zero tax on it. This is powerful. You have more advantages than that, guys, if you're a funder. The banks, they move incredibly slow. They press the appraisals down, so they're very often not even lending on the proper valuations here on the island. And guys, have you seen the zombie houses on the island? Banks don't lend on that, but private investors do, hard money lenders do, and you could talk about partnerships, and we'll get to that later on. And private lenders, they get super strong returns, high demand, real security, and 0% tax on that interest income. Show me another market in the US where that combination exists. Guys, there isn't one. Now let's talk about something outside of Act 60 that's available for absolutely everyone, and it's one of my favorite ways to make money on the island of Puerto Rico. If you create long-term housing, especially workforce or affordable housing, Puerto Rico will reward you in a big way. Under Law 132, you won't pay tax on that long-term rental income. The thing I love about this long-term rental play is it's absolutely there for everyone. You don't even have to jump through any hoops. You just have to provide the long-term housing option and then rent it to someone who lives in the property for a long time. What is that on the island of Puerto Rico? I think it's 6 months and a day, but certainly if you do a 1-year lease, you're safe. And then all you have to do is put it as exempt rent on your Puerto Rico tax return, and boom, voila, you just collected that rental income and you paid 0 tax on it. There's other incentives out there on the island of Puerto Rico. We've heard that Law 182 has actually been signed into law. I'm not clear on that yet, if this is in law or not, but this is something else where you can actually develop ground up or renovate 7 units or more from maybe a zombie multifamily house that exists on the island. And if you do that in the proper zone, you can get tax incentives of up to 40% of your total investment back. That would be amazing, and we will invest this way once we figure out that it's actually in law or not. We heard about it coming into play back in 2024. Then we didn't see it actually happen, and I haven't seen people actually using it or heard of people actually using it yet. So if you know if it's actually been written into law, put it in the comments and let me know, because I got very excited about it. I did a video about it last year when we heard about it. You can check that out too. And then nothing ever happened. They had an election and it got stuck in a drawer somewhere and never signed. So I'm unclear if it's really in play or not. If it is, we want to invest that way, and we'll do other videos about it. So let me know if you know. Hey guys, if you want to learn how to structure these deals the right way, or you want to have access to like-minded real estate investors and entrepreneurs like you, and I'm talking about people who are working on real deals right here on the island of Puerto Rico, then comment yes, and I'll send you the link to join our free Flip-Flop Flipper community. Puerto Rico's not a tax loophole, and it's not a secret club. It's not what the internet says. It's a place where people who actually do things, solve problems, and invest in the local community get rewarded. If you like this video, subscribe to the channel, give it a like, share it with someone who needs to see it. We'll see you in the next video. Watch this next.